ready. I'm sorry.
I noticed one of the articles, you guys put out 40,000 views. Wow. Gonna be popular in New York?
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching.
New York. Start going to marketing.
I'll watch you guys in New York.
Good morning and thank you for joining Kandit News. We are here today with GVB, the man, the myth, the legend, Governor Gutierrez, director, and then we have Nadine, the young girl. Then we have Colleen Cabello and Margaret Sablon.
Half a day, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so can we just get into, are we ready for the tourism? It's exciting that South Korea and Japan are lifting the restrictions and they're gonna allow, do people actually wanna come, wanna get out of their?
Absolutely. The demand for travel is there. We just need to make sure that all their protocols, when they return, is in line to make sure that they can go back without quarantining.
Okay, great. So can we talk about what is being done to promote Guam over there?
Maybe Korean marketing.
Oh yeah, sure.
Deferring.
Sure. So throughout this time, we've been promoting in Korea. We've been keeping our relations, very close relations with our travel agents and our airline partners to always engage with them and the Korean government when we should see a change in any of the protocols. So we got intel ahead of time that the Korean government would announce the change of protocols come this March 21st. So on March 21st, the Korean government is announcing that if you're fully vaccinated in Korea, you can return back to Korea without quarantine as long as you receive a negative PCR test. Prior to that, it used to be 10 days quarantine, and then it was reduced down to 7 days. But now we're so happy that the Korean government is looking towards living with COVID, and so they've changed the protocols and really lift all the restrictions for returning visitors. And then also April 1st, it's very exciting for all of us here in Guam and all foreigners to enter Korea for the first time since the pandemic. So April 1st, we can now enter Korea. All we have to do is present a negative PCR test and also complete some like a government app and some additional protocols, but we can now go to Korea without quarantine. So it's exciting news if you're fully vaccinated. So
one thing I might want to add, Johnny, is the fact that we are now allowed to enter without quarantine there. Others have been going there simply because they made face-to-face arrangements for them to go there and sort of skip quarantine like Hawaii did and CNMI did. And so when they gave us that opportunity that April 1st we can go there, they immediately put together a trip for myself, Nadine, and the Korean marketing team to go there and press the flesh and meet the people, face to face. One in particular is Asiana Airlines, who fly the wide-body aircraft. They've already announced they'll be flying 3 times a week to Hawaii because they had met already. But with that, we hope that with the coming of Asiana and Korean Airlines, those are the 2 big carriers that carry the load of people from the Dreamliner and the 777. So that being said by Coco Bird there, that we are heading to Korea on April 1st to the 8th, and hopefully Margaret will be with us, and she's going to be carrying the message of Guam, and so it's Colleen. She's going to, Colleen's leaving for New York, and hopefully that she makes it, and then if she doesn't, we'll open up another position for her.
Okay, so for the past 2 years, we've been talking about how we're not ready, how everything is shut down, regarding hotels, regarding transportation, the trolleys, the bus systems. So I know you guys have your marketing down pat where, to bring people here for vacation, but are we ready to, it's almost like we're starting all over, but with the infrastructure we have all, right? So are we ready? Are people ready to work and make it a nightlife busy again?
So, obviously we're gonna say yes, right? The hotels are ready, the airlines are looking to restart their services. Are there some companies that are closed? Yes, but that will come naturally, as our tourism numbers increase.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we're going to try to spruce up our center stage here, in Dumont. And of course, the mayors are doing an excellent job in making sure that the whole genesis of the tourism industry in Guam back in the 70s was to promote Guam and its culture and the people. And that was really well done by the mayors themselves. Now they are fully engaged with GEV. They are sprucing up their villages. They're waiting to be part of the whole process that tourism actually works for them as well. And so that's what we're doing. But as Nadine said, businesses are shuttered down maybe for temporarily, but when they start seeing the tourists, walking up and down, they'll automatically, you get it ready because they'll be here.
Right. So every weekend I drive down south because that's where my family's from. So it's beautiful. I think that that's the only thing that driving down there, the mayors are in fact cleaning it up, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful drive down south.
Yes.
So I know they'll love it.
Yeah.
But is there anything else?
Well, I just want to add that GVB is actually a part of that cleanup that's happening down
It's
south.
beautiful, guys. It's beautiful.
And we're giving, Margaret, we're giving the mayor of Inaran, or we haven't given him 95,000 to put up that tri-vision thing, not only to tell what's going on to their villagers because the internet is maybe not as good down there, but also to put our GVB stuff on there, so we became partners with that. And so that's happening, and they're happy. So we're taking a lot of the monies that have been given to us by Governor Lulian Guerrero and Lieutenant Governor Josh on the rescue plan money, that we're putting it into the destination. Let's get our place ready for the tourists to see the cultural revival of Guam.
So, Johnny, one thing I wanted to add is that we've been, aside from the marketing efforts in Korea and improving Destination Guam, I think one of the biggest factors for Korea and for all these incoming travelers is that Guam is a safe destination. And so thank you to Governor Liu and her team for really getting the island vaccinated. Our vaccination numbers are very high, and that is a resounding assurance to the Korean market that Guam is safe for their families, for their young children, and with the current PCR, the free PCR testing that we're offering, it's an even greater incentive for our visitors to travel to Guam.
Beautiful. Yep.
We're ready. Korea's first coming in mass. Hopefully Japan next, and Taiwan is also being sort of in a subtle way being pressured by what Korea is doing, and hopefully they too will realize that you can live with COVID and open up their restrictions and let us in and let their people out. So that's the key right now, is that Korea launched the first salvo, and the other markets are going to start saying, hey, we want to do it too.
Would GVB be pushing incentives for local families to join in on the fund? Because as you know, with this lockdown, PIC, Hilton, and I'm one of them that took my kids so we can enjoy, Are we going to push for incentives for locals to?
Well, not necessarily, but incentives are automatically being offered by hotels, for example, and the water parks. But GDB went a step further and opened up the food truck night, Pandanya night at Ipaw, and we are putting more kinds of things there for the residents and the children, like bouncies and different kinds of rides we're putting. So we keep building that up, and hopefully by July, the mayors and GDB working in partnership for a parade in Agania, that we also do some kind of a big Friday night here, kind of a parade. And we are just making sure that the residents, the staycationers, are here, and they have been thought of all the time, and they're filling up the hotel rooms on weekends.
Hopefully we can bring back more events, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're looking at that. We're trying to figure out now what to bring, right? And Nadine is trying to find some of those, not the K-pop, but the
J-pop?
I'll find you entertainment, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
We really
Johnny.
appreciate it, and we know Kandit would love to hear what's happening, and our main goal is to get our local population back into the workforce and things back to normal.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And there's a really big thing that the governor is pushing on their vision with Joshua for Vision 2025, and that's the redevelopment of Ipaw Park, the Governor Joseph Memorial Park, Joseph Flores Memorial Park, for primarily our visitors to really showcase the culture of Guam, because our children are kind of not even knowing what's going on right now. So we're going to have some kind of educational, cultural stuff going on in Ipaw.
Well, hopefully Kandit can be a part of it, because that's where I grew up, you know,
Absolutely.
so
Yeah.
hopefully we can,
Well, Kandit has been the front runner of a lot of these media. You know, like Ray Gibson, for example, when you ask the question about are they ready to come from Korea, he's the one that I picked up first when he said they're ready for revenge travel. And that's what we really are looking to see happen in the next few weeks.
Mhm.
nice. Okay,
Thank you.
Thank